Welcome back to the Fantasy Hockey Podcast. It is time for one of the real drafts. So this right here is going to be my main league, one of my main leagues. This is a keeper league that I'm in, and I'm pretty excited to do it. It's going to go a little bit differently. Drafts for keeper leagues are entirely different. You don't really, there's not as much of a rule of like what's value, what's not. You're kind of also going after what you need. And so if we look at what I have in the draft, I've got the 13th pick. I've got the 36th and the 37th, and then I don't draft until the 72nd. Then I've got 84, 85, and 87. So in this league, I kept, my team's right over here. So in this league, I kept Zibanejad, Connor McDavid, Brady Tkachuk, Connor Hellebuyck, and Andrei Vasilevskiy. Those are the people that I kept in this league. Now, normally this league tends to be pretty goalie heavy. Goalies go for a lot in trades. People tend to hoard the goalies, that sort of thing. So my expectation here is that goalies tend to go a little bit earlier. That is my expectation. Hopefully, we'll see if that happens. But if that does happen, that could leave some good players for me. I mean, we've got Frederik Andersen still out there, Anton Khudobin out there. We've got quite a few. Now, what I do want to do before we actually start this thing is I want to go through really quick. So there's 52 seconds here. I want to go through and just kind of take a look at the guys that I really would like. I mean, I would love JT Miller. I don't think he gets to me. I would love Mike Hoffman. Who knows if he gets to me? And he's not really something I necessarily need, although I do love that left wing, right wing position there. I really like Neil Pionk. I'm probably going to try to target a defenseman here at 13, although Timo Meier's not a bad pick there either. There was also, I don't hate Mark Stone, but it doesn't serve me that much. I mean, right now what I'm going to need the most is blocks. I'm towards the top in hits because I've got Brady Tkachuk and Zibanejad. Towards the bottom of shots on goal, power play points, assists, and goals for now. But that's okay. It's because I kept only 3 skaters. So here we go. 10 seconds to the draft. I'm going to be also filling things in on my sheet here on the side. So just something to also pay attention to that I'll bring up at times. So how the draft leaderboard. So a minute and 15 seconds on the clock for everyone. I mean, it's pretty obvious who's going to go here. If Patrick Kane doesn't go first overall, it would be pretty insane. So Patrick Kane does go first overall here. That was actually one of my players, and I had to let him go simply because I just didn't have the. And Jake Gensel goes second. I'm not really surprised by that, to be honest. Not entirely surprised by that one. So Jake Gensel goes off the board second overall, or second in this keeper league draft at least. Okay, so far, and again, I really want to focus kind of on defensemen at this 13th pick, I think. It depends on how it goes. I'm hoping goaltenders go early. I mean, I really like a Darnell Nurse. Braden Point goes, not entirely surprised by that one. I really need defensemen, and I need to focus on wings as well. But I don't want to over-focus on that. There's not a ton of defensemen. That's the thing. I like Prover or Pulak. Carter Hart goes. Okay, so hopefully the goalies start to go now and leaves me something good at 13th. There goes Frederik Andersen. Okay, so kind of what I expected. Let's see if more goalies tend to go. I'm queuing up some players here. I like Trouba a lot at some point. Giordano is a really good one for me because he gets blocks. And I'm already pretty balanced for the most part. But what I really need is those other. I need the wing. I need blocks, and I'm going to need some points as well. So I would love to get 2. I think what I'm kind of eyeing on the defenseman side is I'm eyeing 2-point defenseman. JT Miller goes predictable. Kind of sucks, but that's okay. I'm really hoping that Pionk falls to me. I really want to get 2 power play defensemen and 2 peripheral defensemen. That's kind of my hope for the end of this draft. And I have picks until really late, so I've got to play it really smart. It's not going to be as easy as just, take the, best player at the board. I really need to look ahead. And at this 13th pick, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not picking until 36. So, like, if I'm not picking until 36, I've got to go for what is the scarcest position. What's going to be the hardest to make up later? And to me, it feels like if I don't take a top power play defenseman here, if I don't take a Pulak, if I don't take a Neil Pionk, Shea Weber goes. Oof, I'm getting a little nervous now. If I don't get a Pionk or a Pulak or someone who's on the top power play or a Giordano here early, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble later because I would expect a lot of them to be off the board by the time it gets back to me. So a keeper league goes a little bit differently sometimes when you have, pick trades and such in the boat where that changes a lot of things in terms of how you think. It's not simply, okay, well, this guy's really good value. You know what I mean? Another guy that I really wanted to queue up here that wasn't kept is Mantha, of course. We're going to eye him. Bjorkstrand wasn't kept, so let's keep an eye on him. Good winger for later. Let's get Olofsson on the board. Let's get Burakovsky on the board is good, like late flyers that I don't want to forget about. Because, of course, my head is going to be so much on Erik Karlsson's not a bad, Tyson Barrie's not a bad one either for that top power play possibility. Edler, Petrie's a really good one as well for me. I have on my sheet here, Pionk and Pulock are pretty much equal, but Pionk has more power play upside, of course. And then after that, Giordano is ranked 46. So Tom Wilson goes. Not a terrible pick, but I mean, I don't love it simply because this isn't a PIMS league. And in a non-PIMS league, I mean, Tom Wilson definitely decreases in value a lot when it comes to that. And of course, the other thing we need to pay attention to as this draft goes on is once it's getting close to my pick, I got to look ahead and say, okay, who do people need? Who did other teams keep that might need? Okay, so Pietrangelo goes. So yeah, so I think we'd see defenseman go. Now the question here is, so I have my pick. I could take Pionk, who I think is the right move here at 45th. From 45th overall. I have him ranked 28th overall for this league. I could also take Evander Kane, though, at the wing position and really, really shore that up. Now, it seems to be that a lot of people are sort of going by the rank. So I would expect Evander Kane. But for me, because I already have Brady Tkachuk, this is tough, man. I could also take Timo Meier. Evander Kane for me is 25th overall. Neil Pionk is 28th overall. But the problem is there's a lot of wings available. There aren't a lot of defensemen available. I think I got to go Pionk here and take the gamble on the power play points. I mean, if he can keep that top power play, I think like I've said before, I think he could be a top 5 defenseman. And to get a top 5 defenseman at this stage of the draft in a keeper league, right? We've kept 5. I'm at the tail end of the draft here. Yeah, I think you got to go with the defenseman Neil Pionk. So we're going Neil Pionk, who was my number 1 pick. If I wanted my guy, it was between Neil Pionk and Evander Kane. I know I didn't queue up Kane later. I really want Meier. I want those guys. Another guy to pay attention to here for me will be Dubois later, a center. I already have centers, though, so I kind of want to wait on that. Larkin was kept. Jamie Benn is a really good one for later. This is kind of why I didn't want to go Evander Kane either. Is those peripherals I think will come from other people. One guy that's I wonder when he goes is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I would love to get Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Glad that I got Pionk though. That was a really good grab. But that stage of the draft for me is really good. So now I am sitting here waiting until 36. Wow, Thatcher Demko. I did not expect Demko. So they have Fleury already. So their goaltenders now, that team is Fleury and Demko. I mean, aren't there better goaltenders than that? I would take Khudobin all day over Demko. I would take Markstrom over Demko all day. All day. Yeah, I'd take all those guys. I'd take Gibson. This is a win, save percentage league. That's a suspect pick. I mean, I would love to get Bobrovsky as my 3rd goaltender. Oh boy, or Gibson. If I can get Gibson or Bob, oh man, we are swimming. We are just going to be swimming. But I kind of want to aim for Bobrovsky just for the sake of. And then Teuvo goes here at the 15th pick. And then Jacob Markstrom right after. That's a really good pick in Jacob Markstrom. I think we might see a little bit of a goal. Oh, there goes Nugent-Hopkins. Damn. That's a good pick. I do like the Nugent-Hopkins pick. Erik Karlsson goes. Okay, kind of expected there, but a little bit of a grab, a little bit of a reach for Karlsson, I'd say, for this league. I know it's a blocks league. This league is goals, assists, power play points, shots on goal, hits, and blocks. My head is so small in this window. I wish I could, like playing around with OBS, trying to make myself nice and big, but not really working out. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, making my head a little bit bigger. While people take their time to pick. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. My head just got bigger. Lovely. Maybe it'll help me draft. Anyways, so yeah, I think at this point I'm kind of, sitting on the sidelines, hoping some of these guys fall to me. I would love Hoffman. I would love Timo Meier, and I've got 2 in a row. So I think what I would like to do is go wing, and then depending on what's there for me on defense, I would depend. I mean, if I could have a Petrie or a Pulock, like, I would love that for my team. Lindholm goes. This is kind of one of the nice things is I don't need to think about goalies at all until later. I mean, I could get Koskinen, and I'm in a really good spot because I've already got Hellebuyck and Vasilevskiy. Where am I at on the standings? Let's see. 7th, but I have a lot less players right now. Sean Couturier goes. And we'll take a look at teams here in a second. It's just, John Marchessault's out there. Duh. How did I forget about Marchessault? Another guy, obviously, I need to queue up is Konechny. I mean, come on. Would it be a fantasy hockey podcast Gamby draft if Konechny wasn't queued up? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Oh, getting these texts. I should probably should have muted these things. Let's see. So Giordano's still out there too, which would be a really good fall to me. I mean, I'm not that far away, from drafting. I'm at 36 here, and then I go a long time. So this is where you got to get really smart when you plan, right? If I'm looking at 36, 37, again, you've got, and I don't draft. So I'm at 36, 37. I don't draft again until 72, and then 84, 85, 87. So really, when I make this 36, 37 pick, I've really got to think about, okay, looking at scarcity, like what is the best thing for me given what I have? Travis Konechny. Wow. Okay, that's early. I think a little bit early for Konechny. It feels. I really got to think about what's the best thing for my draft, right? And what are people going to need? I think defensemen are going to shore up really, really quick. So I kind of want to go semi-defense heavy. I mean, I have 3 great forwards, 2 fantastic goaltenders. I think that this league especially, it's going to be easier to pick up streaming forwards than streaming defensemen, at least streaming defensemen that are going to get you power play point upside. So that's where I like, the Mark Giordano's, the Ryan Pulock. And that's why Pionk was my number 1. I mean, of all the defensemen left, really, I mean, if you look at the defense, I would love to get Darnell Nurse too. That's another guy that I would love to get. Pulock is 34th on my board. Giordano's 46th. We've got Jeff Petrie at 58. So like defensemen, all the defensemen left there. Seth Jones is 56. And Seth Jones is kind of interesting. Oh, wow. Connor's a good pick. Seth Jones is interesting because he's right now practicing. We talked about this in the Keeping Karlsson episode. Jones is practicing solo on what is the top power play. So I think that there's a possibility that, okay, so Kyle Connor goes, Ryan O'Reilly goes right after him. Kind of interesting for Ryan O'Reilly to go that early in a non-face-off win league, and then Shen goes. I don't know if I love that Shen pick that early. Feels early for Shen. I mean, oh, please have Hoffman fall to me. I would have to take Hoffman. I mean, I want to take defenseman, but damn, I mean, if we're going to leave Hoffman on the board like this, I don't know what to tell you. And then we've got Barzell for points if I want him. And no one's taking defenseman, which is making me kind of not want to take defenseman. But if I've got to wait like 40 picks until my next one, 30 picks about. Yeah, 72. So I've got to wait about 30 picks-ish. I mean, damn. All my guys are still here, which is just nuts. The draft is going well when every single person you've queued up is still sitting there in front of you. I mean, that feels very, very good so far. Let's see. So Miro Heiskanen. What? Why is Heiskanen going? Oh, I'm loving this already. I don't like that Heiskanen pick there. That feels early given the other guys that are there. Then Gallagher goes. That's a good pick. I like that a lot. Getting sniped for not being chatty. It's okay. I'm being chatty, but just in the video. So yeah, we've got. So right now my rankings are. Evander Kane is still there. Oh my god, I'd have to take Kane if he's still here. Oh, this is tough. So Sharkbait here is interesting. They've got 3 straight picks coming up. I'm very curious to see what they do. Let's take a look at their team, actually. So Sharkbait has Sean Couturier, Brad Marchand, Tarasenko, Pasternak, Carlson, Hedman, Anderson, and Holtby. Now, what might they do? I don't think they'll go defense because they took Carlson in this round, and then they took Sean Couturier, so they're probably not looking for center. So my guess would be that they're probably going to look at... I could see them going Hoffman if they don't go. So there goes Seth Jones. So Seth Jones goes. People are chatting up here. So Seth Jones goes. So let's see what Perry's Piers does here. That'll be an interesting one. I mean, I would love... Oh, man, Marchessault is still there, too. I might have to take Marchessault if he comes to me. That'd be great. Man, I mean, a Marchessault Giordano turn would be pretty sweet. Or a Kane Giordano turn. That'd be great. I would love Hoffman too, honestly. I mean, Hoffman could be huge. Just making sure I didn't miss any picks here. Nope, Timo Meyer goes. That's a really good pick there. I like that pick. We're just hoping that... I just really hope Kane falls to me. That'd be amazing. Okay, so here goes Sharkbait. So first off the board, they take Gibson. Good pick. They shore up their goaltending, essentially. Then they take Jacob Trouba, going for peripherals. Fine. And then they take Tyson Barrie. Not terrible. So a lot of defensemen off the board. So it makes me makes me think I'm gonna have to take a defenseman here on one of my turns. But which one? That's the question. I mean, Pulak is still there. Giordano's still there. Pulak Giordano's not a terrible option either. I mean, if we look at the standings, it's just hard to look at standings when, you know, in a league like this, everyone has so many different players, right? But I'm towards the bottom in shots. I mean, Pulak, the thing is, I think people are going to sleep on him. So I don't want to reach for Pulak when, like, people seem to be drafting mostly by, I don't know what they're drafting by, ADP, I guess? I suppose? What's Tyson Berry's ADP? Or what was it? Like, why did Berry go? I mean, Berry's ADP is 104. I guess. ADP is 64. I don't know. Brian Rust is a really good one for later. Huge option for me because he's playing on that. I really want Brian Rust. Maybe the top guy, one of the top guys I want. Man, if Vander Kane is still there, I don't know what to do. There goes Giroux. Okay, so some people are looking at ADP and going by there. Giroux. Oh, man, we're going to have our pick here. We're going to have our... Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is not... I did not want to be in this situation. I was hoping... There goes Kane. Okay, so at least that decision is made for me. Fine, I guess. Evander Kane goes, fine. Damn, that sucks. I kind of wanted Kane, but okay, we can live without Kane. I might go defenseman. Okay, then Provorov goes. Good. Okay, so let's think about this. So my team right now needs points. It could really use some blocks and shots. So if I'm looking at projected shots on goal, I mean, Marchessault is staring me in the face with a ton of shots and some pretty good points. I really like Hoffman's power play point upside. That's kind of why I feel like I need to go Hoffman here. I think Hoffman could be great here at this turn. I mean, 75th rank, right? So you're looking at a guy that's sitting at the top. He's not getting back to me. Then there's a guy like Darnell Nurse who's not going to get me the power play points, but would get me just insane peripherals. And then there's Pulak, who I think I can wait on. He's not going to give me power play points. He'll give me shots on goal and blocks. I think I like Darnell Nurse more. But then there's also Giordano with the blocks and the power play point upside. Let's not go Giordano here. So let's go Hoffman first off. We'll definitely draft Hoffman. I love the Hoffman pick here. Lots of upside. And then I have another pick after Hoffman. Now, I'm between Nurse and Petrie. Petrie gets me the power play point upside. Pulak's right there too. So Pulak has more shots around the same hits. Man, to me, Petrie and Pulak feel like the same player essentially, but I would get blocks, which I kind of need. I should take a defenseman here. There are a lot of defensemen, and I'm worried that they get taken. I could just go crazy and get Marchessault and just like destroy everyone in shots. Oh, what do we do? And Jamie Benn is there too. Damn, this is really tough. This is really tough, and I don't want to get auto-picked. Nurse doesn't feel like the right move simply because I can get him. Oh, man. I think I should just go Petrie here. Take that power play point upside, I suppose. Yeah, just do it. Pulak might have been the right move there, honestly. I think I should have taken Pulak, but I'm gonna kind of hope he fall. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna fall to me at 72nd. Now I'm waiting quite a bit. But let's just see what happens there. That moves me up to 4th actually now, so that's really good. It's really good. Middle of the pack in blocks. Charlie McAvoy goes top of the league in hits. I don't need to worry about hits anymore as much. So at 570 because of Petrie and Hoffman, like Hoffman kind of hits. 26 hits, not a lot. Petrie hits. Pionk hits. Tkachuk hits. Zibanejad gets some hits. He gets a few hits. One a game, which is fine, I guess. And we move up to 3 there. So McAvoy went now. I like the McAvoy pick there. Although Grizzlick's practicing top power play, so I don't know. Pierre-Luc Dubois goes. Man, if Khudobin's there at my next pick, I may need to do it, honestly. DeBrincat, then Mrazek. I don't know why Khudobin is getting slept on. I don't understand. I just don't get it. I don't get why Khudobin is still there. So my team right now is Zibanejad and McDavid in the center slots. With my 2 center slots, I don't have flexibility there. Then I got Hoffman and Tkachuk. Hoffman left wing, right wing. Got Pionk and Petrie. Shea Theodore goes off the board. Brandon's going to be happy about that one. He's going to be mad that I didn't think of it. Darnell Nurse goes off the board. And then I've got in goal Hellebuyck and Vasilevskiy, and I would love to get a third goaltender. Darnell Nurse off the board. Man, there's still a lot of really good options here. I'm glad I got 2 good defensemen. Didn't get necessarily a top power play. One thing maybe I should have gone Nurse and then Yandel later. Yandel's a good option just for power play points. Although Ekblad's out there too, and I want to mark him just because Ekblad's been practicing top power play. He's a sneaky pick. Sneaky bench pick that I might grab later. People don't like him normally. Worth a shot. Who else is out here that I like? Marchessault somehow keeps falling. Like Kaprizov's a good one for later. Got the left wing. I do need to figure out the right wing. Perron is a good one. I like Perron a lot. Philip Forsberg, actually, if it gets late enough, it's just someone to watch. Oh, damn. Marchessault goes. Makes me sad. Just because I wanted him really bad. But you know what? It's okay. Hopefully this is helpful. Sorry about like the fact that sometimes in a league like this, it's really hard to show you what else I'm looking at because I'm also trying to pay attention to, because there's draft pick trades. I'm trying to like make sure I don't miss a draft pick trade and I get behind, and then all the draft leaderboard and everything is out of the way. You know what I mean? So it gets a little weird. So right now I'm actually doing really well in power play points, doing really well in hits, kind of crap in blocks, but that's okay. There's still some of my top options are still out there. Gio is still there. Pulak is still there. There's still some good defensemen. Brian Russ is still there, and I really, really want him. Sean Monahan is a really good one too, and Mantha, man, can't wait to start taking some flyers on players. That's also why I want to short my defense, is because by the time I short my defense, after I shore that up, then I can just kind of go wild with some of these forward picks and start taking Bjorkstrand, Mantha. I want to do a really high upside team because I've got such good keepers, and now I've got Hoffman too. Like, I just want to go really high upside after that. And I mean, if I could get, Jamie Benn or something late too, that'd be incredible. So I've got some options here, but I definitely want to give myself the opportunity to go really high upside, which I think I've done with my keepers for the most part. So I'm kind of excited to just be able to hopefully take, the Anthony Manthas earlier, the Bjorkstrands earlier than everybody else. That's kind of why I positioned myself the way I did. The Brian Rust early, for example. Like, at this next pick here at 72, I might think about taking another defenseman if it comes to it. Like, maybe if a Pulak or Giordano's there, or even a Yandel is there, like maybe I do that. Saros goes off the board. Why is Khudobin still here? This makes no sense to me. Khudobin on my sheet is 7th overall ranked. So this makes no sense to me of why Khudobin is getting slept on so hard. I don't understand it. I'd have to take Khudobin if he's there and just shore up goaltending. I mean, I'd have to. It sucks. I don't really want to because, Bob and Gibson are still there. I mean, Gibson is still there, which I really want. I really want Gibson. He's probably really underranked in this league. Kaprizov, Skinner, Raquel. Edler's a decent bench guy for just blocks. Taking a look at the draft list really quick. Dustin Brown's a good right wing option for late. Don't hate the idea of Blake Coleman. I just don't really need what he gives me. I like the idea of, I know Brandon keeps telling me not to draft Dadonov. Monahan's not bad. Patrick Hornquist, is he injured now? What? Hasn't participated in training camp. Okay, that's fine. Hornquist is a really good option as well. You've got Kopi here at center. I don't really need centers though. Fiala's not a bad one. I don't really like Fiala this year. That's the thing. I don't personally like him. Wow. Is Miko Pirates gonna get autoed again? What is going on? Takes Anders Lee. I'll take an auto right now. I mean, it helps players fall to me. That is the truth. It sucks, but I mean, UC Saros, man. There's some interesting picks here. I don't know how Khudobin is getting slept on so hard. Really makes no sense. I'm going to wait on goaltenders, though, quite a bit. There's a lot of good options. I like Koskinen. I like Oh, did Gibson go? I think Gibson went, right? I think I missed that. So I can't take Gibson now. So Bob is probably, yeah, Gibson went. So I like Bob. Man, Khudobin. I really like Talbot, actually, too. Shockingly, he's ranked really highly on, according to Dom, really likes him for some reason. And likes Minnesota, I guess. Minnesota's defense. It's probably because of the division, actually. I don't hate Matt Murray in this league either, just for saves. Because I've got Hellebuyck and Vasilevskiy, I have a lot of flexibility in what I do in net. Man, we have autos going on here. Did not expect this. Did not expect this. Let's take a look at some of the other teams here really quick. What are the standings right now? So I'm at 5th still, which is great given that I have way less players than other people. So he's got a really full team. He actually only has a few more picks until he's done, which is kind of crazy. And he gets all of Rickman Larson. I'm trying to figure out if he put... Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, okay, no. Oh, man. Is Slapshot Score going to take Khudobin? Damn it. Yep, he is. There goes Khudobin. Oh, well. He got the best goalie in the draft by autoing. Of course. Oh, and there goes my light. Oops. That's fine. My light's battery's been really low recently, so let's turn the camera up a tad bit there. There we go. We're good. Okay, so Khudobin goes. We've got some autos. It sucks that Khudobin went. That's okay. So we got Matthew Barzell. I mean, are some people drafting by X rank? I don't understand. Do people just let it sit on X rank and draft by that? Oh, yeah, so we're going to take a look at some of these teams. Okay, so who's in first? The team with the most players, obviously. But they've got Braden Shen, Claude Giroux, Anders Lee, Johnny Gaudreau, Patrick Kane, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, Pietrangelo, Heiskanen, McAvoy, and OEL. I don't love that defense. I mean, this is going to have some peripheral trouble. Where are your peripherals coming from? That's my issue with this team. My issue with this team is, where are your peripherals? I mean, who's hitting for you consistently? No one's really blocking for you consistently. Oh, there goes Pulak. Damn. I mean, Giordano's still there though. Please, Giordano. It's not gonna happen though. There's still 20 picks until it's my turn. I'll put where my picks are in the bottom two, David Perron, so that everyone can kind of know where just fast forward to if they want to. Crosby down here, then Demko and Fleury. Yeah, that's my issue with this team right now is where peripherals coming from, and they're up there right now because they have so many players. It's not because they are actually looking that great. They only have, I'll tell you right now, they only have 1, 2, 3. They only have 4 more picks left. That team does. This team only has 4 more picks to fill their bench. I'm very curious. If I were this team, you've put yourself in a hole with this peripheral gap. Because now you've got to go peripheral guys. You can't take, for example, the Bjorkstrands, the Olofsons, the Brian Rusts. You can't take those upside guys. If I'm this guy, I would definitely be wanting Jamie Benn here soon. I think Jamie Benn would be a great upside pick for him on the bench. I would also maybe target like a Ryan Reeves. A Reeves would be a great pick, by the way. I should probably be doing that, even though I don't need him. I'm going to do it anyways. I would probably be targeting a Reeves. I'd just be looking at peripherals, guys. I'd be taking maybe Brandon Tanev. Maybe that's what I'm looking at. I mean, Ristolainen is a great option for them. If Varlamov goes a little bit earlier, and then Risto just goes. So, where, like I said, where are the peripherals going to come from? That's a very, very good question. Giordano, no. Sucks. Sucks. Lafreniere goes. Kind of messed up my... Here we go. This is Ristolainen goes here. And then we've got Lafreniere to Sharkbait. Kind of early for Lafreniere. Kendall gets Mark Giordano. Sucks, I wanted Giordano. Now what do I do? This is a good question. Sean Monahan. Kyle Palmieri. I like the Palmieri pick, actually. Don't hate that. rebuilding is weird. So I see the conversation happening over here, and to me, in a 5-person keeper league, there's no such thing, or in a keep 5 league, I don't think there's such thing really as rebuilding. Like, you can sell at the end of the season when you know your team is out of it and it sucks. Like, yeah, then you should probably look at like what's rebuilding in the sense that, okay, I'm gonna take my good players and trade them off. Dadonov go, what the hell is happening here? I don't understand where these picks are coming from, honestly. I don't really get it. Jamie Bennett's still sitting there. Yaroslav Halak. Okay. Guess. Not a terrible pick, but I mean, are we really starting to take backups when there's starters out there in a saves league? I don't know. So anyways, there's no such thing really to me as rebuilding in a keep 5. I mean, maybe you're looking ahead and saying, okay, this is a player that I'm probably not keeping next year, and that's fine. But Yamamoto goes, man, what the hell? Am I going to get Brian Rust here? I'm going to take Mantha, and then I'm going to take Rust, Bjorkstrand, and Olofsson, and just crush everyone. Maybe I'll take Ben, actually, if he falls to me. Oof, I'd love Yandel. And, I mean, someone over there saying Barzell. Yeah, Barzell at this stage is great. I mean, this is pick 65 in... and there goes Jamie Benn. Okay, well, at least I don't need to take Ben, which is great. But anyways, yeah, there's no such thing as really rebuilding. I think that when you're keeping 5 players, you should be eyeing to win every single year. Every single year, you should be looking to field a winning team because you can. You can do it if you draft right. So Matthew Barzal is actually my highest ranked guy right now. Brian Rust is second, Bo Horvat third, Anthony Mantha fourth. I might reach for Mantha here with people going young. I might go for Mantha and try to get Mantha. Hope that Rust gets ignored. Although, who do I like more? Do I like Mantha or Rust more? I think I like Mantha, actually. Let's bring up Mantha's top of my board right now. If I could get Mantha, that'd be pretty great. Although, I mean, if Rust actually goes off, if Rust actually plays that top line, or that second line in top power play, baby, we'd be looking at a lot. Okay, so there goes Fiala. I'm glad I didn't have to take Fiala. I did not want to have to take him. Okay, so we're hoping for Mantha to fall to me, or Brian Rust. And then my next pick isn't until 84. So I only need to wait about a round. It's not bad. Aaron Ekblad goes. Good pick. I like the Ekblad pick there. That's a good upside pick. I don't think I'm going to take a defenseman now. I'm going to wait. I have 2 defensemen. I can go peripheral defenseman later. Adam Fox is out there too, but I don't want him. Dumba's out there too as an upside guy. Yandel I like. Pareko, Ellis, Chikrin, Gusev. Not Gusev. Muzzin's out there too. Muzzin's a great option late. Man, I might have to go Barzell. When I'm lowest in his points, I mean, if someone doesn't take Barzell, I might have to do it. Do like Yandel too, actually. But I do have 3 picks coming up here soon. So I've got 72, and then I've got 84, 85, 87. So here I'm gonna have to make some big moves there. So Matthew Barzell finally goes. Makes sense. And this person has a back-to-back pick. So they go Barzell. Now what do they do here at 70? That's the big question if they went Barzell. So here I definitely want, I think. Man, the decision between Rust and Mantha is really tough. I'm going to actually message Brandon on the side. Phone a friend here. Let's see. Who would you want more? Let's see what he says. I'll probably get 1 here next. He said Mantha. Okay, so we're going to go Mantha. I'm going to trust Brandon here. Phone a friend. Yeah, I think does. Let's see if Olofsson or Bora beat him. I love phoning a friend during a draft. Yeah, we're going to go Brian Rust here. Take the best player on the board. Who goes? Dumba goes, and then Kreider goes. Let's see if Brandon has a response here. I asked him if Olofsson or Burakovsky would change things. I think Mantha's the right option here. Yeah, Bjorkstrand I can get later, I think. I would love to go Olofsson or Rust, Bjorkstrand, Olofsson. That'd be a draft, or Yandel somewhere in there. Dustin Brown is a good option too. I think we're going to take Anthony Mantha. I'm gonna tell Brandon Mantha it is. Mantha it is. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now we gotta just hope that Brian Rust falls to me. Gotta hope that he falls to me. Tony DeAngelo goes. Okay. Come on. Give me. Please don't take Brian Rust. Please don't take Brian Rust. I do like Bo Horvat a lot, actually. Where am I at in standings? 7th. Okay, it's fine. Adam Fox. Okay. Wow, Adam Fox right after Tony DeAngelo. Why? It's, whatever it is. Okay. Letting him know that I also took it. There goes Mikko Koskinen. Please, people, take goalies and let. Oh, yes. Take goalies. Take goalies. Take goalies and give me Brian Rust. Give me Brian Rust. Do I take. I might have to take Yandel. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think that's the right move. Could take Kobe. No, let's get some right wings. Okay. So we've got Brian Rust, who is left wing, right wing. Oh, my favorite thing is all these young guys. Oh, they're all good. Palat's a good one for later too, actually. Cue him up. Hornquist is really good too. Oh man, all of them. I really like Hornquist, but I think he'll fall. Let's bring him up here. Korpisalo goes after Koskinen. Wow, they go Koskinen and then Korpisalo right after Afto. So, oh, here we go. So, okay, and then this point takes Suzuki. Good. Come on, Suzuki goes, oh, come on, let Rust fall to me. All the young guys are going. I mean, I would love to go Bjorkstrand, Olofsson, Rust. Please give me that upside. That'd be amazing. And if I can get a Reeves at some point late. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm really struggling in blocks, but at this point, I'm honestly thinking about just punting. I don't really need to. I mean, I'm not that far off. I could just get I could really just pick up an Edler or something. Take a screenshot here of my queue. And there goes Backstrom. Okay, so who went there? Backstrom went. And then Kubalik went. Oh, come on, Rust. Give me Rust. Please, 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 please. No one take Rust from me. Oh, I'm going to be so sad if Rust gets sniped. Please don't snipe me. I could see Gudas sniping me. Gudas is a good drafter. Come on. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I have so many options. I can take Hornquist or whatever. Ah, come on, come on. This weight is killing me here. Raquel is actually ranked pretty high on my sheet, to be honest. But I can get him like last round, and he'd still be a good grab. I love the Bjorkstrand grab. I don't think he'll get to me. Kopi goes. Expected that kind of. Okay, that's a good pick. Come on. I'm happy to reach for Brian Rust. I am fair. Okay, there goes Edler. Oh, come on. This is who I said would snipe me. Don't take Rust. Don't take Rust. Couture, yes. That's a good pick too, though, actually. 95th overall on my sheet. Now remember, this is plus 5 rounds, so it's a lot of picks. It's very late. Come on, give me Rust, give me Rust, give me Rust. It's risky, but, I mean... So what am I doing back-to-back here? That's the question. I don't hate taking Yandel at, like, 87. Oh, Nazem Kadri. Yes, we get Rust. Yes. Huge. Okay, so we're going to do Rust. We know that for a fact, okay? We're going to move that to the top. I think I might do Rust Bjorkstrand here. And fill out that right wing, then have Yandel fall to me. You know what? I think, let me see Shane's team. Hold on. Who does Shane have? Shane needs wings. They might need defense too. Would they go Yandel? Do I really care if they take Yandel for me? He is the top power play guy left, really. I mean, Grizzlick's a good... I'm going to take Grizzlick later, probably. I'll think about it at least. I'm going to take Rust for sure, so that's fine. Take Rust. Accidentally put Burakovsky there. The other option is ignoring Yandel and taking forwards. So we're going to take Brian Rust here. Great move. Great move. I really like the idea of taking Hornquist, actually. Just because I think, I mean, he's going to get a lot of shots. Damn. So that puts me in a good spot. Man, I'm so ahead in power play points. Or I'm just doing so well in power play points right now with the squad I've got. I just don't know if I really need Yandel, but he would be good to add. And I have Petrie, so he'd kind of make up for that difference in Petrie. Like I'd have Petrie and then I'd have Yandel. But if Yandel's not, let me check daily face-off really quick. If not, I'll just take Bjorkstrand and I'm fine with it. I mean, let's ask Brandon. Let's see. Olaf, and for the chat too. Let's see. Eventually, once this goes live. Oh, let's see what Brandon says if he sees it in time. I also want to see if Yandel is still practicing second power play. Probably is, huh? He is. Okay, so then I want Bjorkstrand. I think I'm going to take Hornquist if he gets to me here. Which he will, I think. A lot of high upside guys here. A lot of high upside guys. I mean, Mantha, this is a fantasy hockey podcast draft if I've ever seen one. Getting Hoffman, getting Mantha. There goes Ellis. Okay, so now I have my choice here. Man, getting Mantha, getting Hoffman, getting Rust, getting Bjorkstrand, getting Pionk, getting Petrie. I mean, come on. This is a fantasy hockey podcast draft if I've ever seen one. Now we're gonna go Hornquist, and I think I'll probably get Burakovsky sometime later. So I pick again at 99 and 101. I think, and so now I've got a lot of options because I'm close up, right? So now I can take a defenseman later, and I can just go kind of peripheral defenseman, and I'm at 6. Let's take a look at rank here and where people are. So Grzelcyk is actually ranked pretty high. Now, I think they're for what it's worth, I think they're under projecting Patrick Hornquist. Let me see where he is. So Hornquist is right here. I mean, Horvat wouldn't be a bad option either, honestly. I don't hate the idea of Horvat, especially now that I'm just at util. Which one do I do? Hornquist or Horvat? Hornquist, Horvat. And we're doing Hornquist. I like the wing. I can make up center later. There's Monahan still out there, I think. Oh, no, Monahan went, I think. Radulov goes right after me. Okay. And I pick at 99, so it's not that far away. I mean, this team is insane right now. I'm moved up to 4th. Just great draft so far. Exactly. I mean, I spent like days thinking about how am I going to maneuver this and what do I want to do, and my thought was immediately I want to go high upside. That was my big thing. Was I really want to get these Olofsson, the Rusts, the Bjorkstrands, because I'm drafting from the bottom. Like I need to go high upside. So, that's what I really wanted to focus on. And so far, I think I've done a pretty good job with that. I would love to get Grzelcyk in one of these next picks. Because if he actually does get top power play, that could be really, really interesting. Could get really interesting quick. I mean, Horvat's still there. I'd probably take Horvat or Palat too to start filling out that bench. And my util has moved down, so only forwards are filled. I need defensemen, and I need one goaltender. So we're getting towards kind of, the later stages of this draft here. Oh, Bandit's saying hello to someone out there. Everyone keeps saying this late, but there's so many good players. There's Horvat, there's Palat, there's Olofsson, there's Kaprizov, there's Burakovsky. I definitely want to grab Burakovsky as a late flyer here. I'm definitely gonna have to think about blocks here. That's one thing I might have to. I could go like a Ryan. I like Ryan Graves actually at some point here, just for blocks alone. Duncan Keith's not a terrible option either because of that top power play and gets me blocks. So someone to watch for sure towards the end. So Parayko goes. Then Merzlikins. So Parayko and then Merzlikins. And we'll talk about my draft at the end and how I see the ranks. So far, man, I could not be happier about how my draft has gone. Honestly, could not be happier. And I've been in 4th drafting from the back. Like, man, I'm thrilled. And now people maybe are falling to me now that I, would. I mean, at this point, I feel like, honestly, okay, so there goes Heath Yandel. That's fine, actually. I mean, I don't really want Yandel anymore that he's practicing on that second power play. It's just a little scary. It's just too risky for me. And I can't believe, how is Sam Reinhart going before Victor Olofsson, people? Come on. I get that there's like not a chance, but right now, if I'm drafting today, and this is bench spots for some people, like I'm taking Olofsson. I'm taking that upside. Why not? I mean, I'm excited I want to get Burakovsky. I mean, if I could go here, I would maybe go Olofsson, Burakovsky. Honestly, I don't hate the idea of Dustin Brown, but I don't really need the peripherals. The top of the league in hits by quite a bit, and I might pick up Ryan Reaves because of all those off nights. There goes Bo Horvat. I mean, I'm doing well in shots. So Bo Horvat goes. Not bad, not bad. I would love to get Palat as well. Actually, I'm going to move Palat up. I think Palat is a really good sleeper option at left wing. And I have so many right wing. I have so many multi-eligible guys that I shouldn't have any problem starting people. I'm okay getting single guys here. Ehlers is a really good one too, actually. I mean, I have my fair share of pick of people I like here. I do need to think about blocks and stuff. And Chernak's a good option late. There goes Suter. Fine. I mean, with the way people are picking, I mean, I'm just gonna fourth still. Okay. Okay, so Ryan Graves goes. So we're gonna go. So we're gonna go here. Man, do I go Palat or do I go Olofsson? I think I'm gonna go Olofsson. Although I do like Palat as well. I think I'm gonna go Palat actually on this one here specifically because I want that Tampa upside. So Palat. Highest ranked guy left on my board. Then goes Blake Coleman. No, it's hard to pick players who play only one position. Well, yeah, but not when you've got a bunch of multi-eligible guys. So I've got my pick here. I mean, I kind of want to go Burakovsky actually. Let me take a look at the Colorado lines again. I'm pretty sure he's still practicing on that top line, top power play. Right? He is. Oh, he did get bumped off the top power play, so I don't like that as much anymore, but he is on the top line. Whereas Buffalo is running Olofsson on the top power play and top line. So I think I'm going to take Olofsson here. I do want to get Grzelcyk. Let's take Olofsson. I would love to get Grzelcyk on my bench at some point, but I don't need it. The thing that scares me about Grzelcyk, honestly, is the fact that, like, I don't know, is he going to get 5-on-5 time? I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look at my team really quick here. I mean, this is like seriously the most FHP draft I've ever seen here. Okay, so we've got 4 more picks left here. 108, 109. Then I've got the very last one in the draft, 133. And then, wait, I've got 5 more. 1, 2, 2 bench, 2. Am I missing something? I think I have 4, right? I have 4 left. Yeah. So I've got 2 here. I'll probably take a defenseman. I kind of want to take Ryan Reaves. Oh, wait, did Reaves get taken? I missed it. There goes Kessel. Kessel finally goes. TJ Oshie right after him. Okay. Who goes at 104? And then I got 108 and 109, so I got to make a decision here on what to do. Man, I'm up at 3rd. Let's go. Doing up in goals. I need assists a little bit. So let's take a look at what I've got here for assists, really. I don't hate the idea of Dustin Brown, actually. Up there in power play points. Up there in shots on goal. Up there in hits. Pretty bad in blocks. But Duncan Keith is an option. Gets me assists. I don't hate Grzelcyk. I mean, he shoots a lot too, which is nice. I do love being up there in shots. I do like Ehlers, actually. Ooh, Ehlers might be the move here. I kind of need points. I can get peripherals later. There goes Strome. Okay, not a bad pick. You know, Capo Caco, someone just put on a watch list after this. Playing on that second line. Oh, there goes Ehlers. Damn, okay. Ehlers was going to be my move. I don't hate the idea of Chernak. The hit, but I just don't need that right now. I don't need hits. Jakub Vrana goes. Okay, so I've got 2 picks here. What do I do? This is a big decision. Ronnick's interesting. Grzelcyk's kind of interesting. I would take Grzelcyk maybe just because I can, and like, why not? I guess. You know, Raquel's kind of interesting because of the multi-eligible and the off nights. So I don't hate the idea of taking Raquel here, actually. Lots of shots is going to get me assists, low power play points, but I'm already doing well on the power play point front. I'm not going to take Burakovsky anymore. I don't know if I love... Kaprizov could be interesting, I guess. I suppose. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what to do here. I don't hate Duncan Keith either. I think I go Grzelcyk first. And then we decide. Let's go Grzelcyk. Man, I'm going to need a blocking defenseman. I'm just going to have to go Andy Green or something. Alec Martinez. I do like Alec Martinez. I had him last year, and I didn't hate him. Connor Murphy's a really good banger option. Look at this. Look at this for the bangers. Whew. I love Connor Murphy. Connor Murphy might get more looks. So we go Grzelcyk. Okay, great. Now what do we do? Now what do I do? This is a good question. I could go Dustin Brown. I could go Rickard. Raquel might actually be the answer just because he's going to get me those off nights. Although Vegas also has them. Is Reeves taken? Reeves is still there. Should I take Ryan Reeves for the off nights and just destroy people in hits? That's for later. Tatar's still there. Gets a lot of... the assists are projecting kind of high. What I need is assists. I think I'm going to go Raquel. Probably get him later, though. But let's go Raquel. Why not? Rickard Raquel. Why not? Now I got to wait a little bit. But I do like that he's... Is he left wing only now? No way. No, he's left wing, right wing. Okay, good. Woo! Scared me. Scared me a little bit there. Ooh, I was a little scared. Okay, I need to pick up the assists for sure. But now I'm third now. Third now. Where am I in saves? I'm middle of the pack in saves. Don't worry, I'll make up the saves. I've got my goalies. I would love Talbot. Love to get Talbot. Okay. Tatar's a really good option too, actually, that he's still there. I'm surprised. Very surprised. Oh, I could pick up Ben Bishop, actually, and then just pick up a goalie off waivers. And have him for late in the year. Not a bad idea because we upped. Not a terrible option, actually. I do like Talbot, though. If Talbot's still there, I'll probably go. There goes Ben Bishop. Well, there goes that. Who went? I'm trying to see who went at 107 here. Because I missed that just recently. Raquel, here goes Vrana. So Vrana went here. Ehlers went here. Oh, that's what I missed. Shane went there. Okay. And then Ryan Strome. Tomas Hertl goes. That's a good pick, actually. It's a really good sneaky pick. I like that. The standings had me at third. I want to get to first. There goes Jake Allen. Cam Talbot is still there, folks. He's a starter. If he gets to me, he's not going to get to me. But, I mean, if he does. I don't care too much if he doesn't get to me. Ooh, almost knocked over my camera. I don't care too much if he doesn't get to me just because I've got Vasilevskiy and Hellebuyck. So, I mean, whatever. We're doing well. We're doing well in the goalie department there. Blocks is where I'm really struggling right now. I'm kind of middle of the pack. I can fix that. Hits him towards the top by a lot. Shots on goal, second. Amazing. Power play points, second. Yes. Assists up there. Goals second. Yes. This is what you like to see. This is what we like to see, folks. Not too strong in any category competitive. Like Mika Pirates here, you don't need to be that ahead in assists. No need. The same power do not need to be there. But that same Miko Pirates falling down in hits. They're doing okay in blocks, actually. I'm surprised. Okay. Take my words back there. I've got 2 more picks only. So with my last 2 picks here, I've got a bench and a defenseman. To fill out. So the question is, do I do a defenseman? I mean, if I got Reeves, the off nights for hits alone would mean I could probably drop or trade like one of my hitters. Probably. So Spurgeon goes, and then Lindell. Might just grab Burakovsky just so that no one else can pick him up. Who are the highest like assist guys left? Voracek is still out there. Not a bad gamble. On my sheet here, my highest ranked player is Nico Hischier, actually, followed by Virtanen, Getzlaf, Tatar. I do like Tatar a lot. I think I might take a flyer on Tatar if he's still there. If Cam Talbot's there, I'm definitely taking Talbot. And then another defenseman. Dustin Brown, Trocheck. Ronik is still there. I do like Ronik. He just doesn't block. Maybe I'm punting blocks here this year, actually. It might just make sense to just punt blocks, honestly. Although, actually, Alec Martinez is going to have a ton of off nights, and he's one of the highest blockers. It might be worth grabbing Alec Martinez, actually. Okay, so Ovi here has essentially his entire team to fill out. So I'm very curious to see what they do going into this stretch, because Ovi's got so many picks and they just are going to fill out their entire team here at the end. I'm very, very curious to see what it is they do. So Ryan Strome goes, and then let's see. So who's going here? So we've got Dylan Strome goes to Sharkbait. Then Victor Arvidsson goes here. Dylan Strome. And then Tyler Toffoli went. Maybe I'll just do my full screen next time and people can see what I'm doing on my sheet as well. Then Toffoli, and they fill out. Sharkbait fills out their team. And then Gudas takes Ronik. Good pick. Taze. Wow, Taze. Why Taze? Is that an auto draft? It might be an auto draft. Atkinson. Fine, I guess. Mikov takes Slavin. Yeah, whatever, I guess. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Jane Schwartz. Man, I mean, are we really going to let me get Talbot here? Really? Voracek and Getzlaf. Really? Are we going to let me get Talbot? Are we going to let me draft literally everybody I wanted from this draft? Not Getzlaf. Talbot was literally at the top of my goalie board because I already had 2 goalies. I was like, you know what? I would love to get Talbot in the last, like, with one of my last picks. Really? Am I just going to draft my dream team essentially right now? Blackwood goes. Why are we still... Talbot is still here, folks. What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't understand this. I don't get it. The Sorokin is there too, I guess, if someone wanted to take Sorokin. I mean, why? And does anybody else need a goalie? If not, positions drafted. A lot of people have 3 goalies. Oh my gosh, Barry has 4 goaltenders? What? Why? Can I click on your team? No? Okay. So I have 2. Everyone else already has 2. Okay, so Talbot might actually fall to me here. It's a very good chance he falls to me. I only have 3 defensemen, but I can what do I do with my defenseman slot? I mean, I could. The thing is here, on one hand, I could punt blocks. That's one option. Oh my God, Omar goes before Talbot. What is happening? Oh my God, I'm gonna get Talbot. I'm gonna get Talbot, and then my pick of defenseman. What is happening? Ekholm, give me Talbot, please. How is Talbot still on this board? I mean, now I'm just going to be pissed if Talbot goes, because how has he fallen this far and not been taken at this point? I mean, come on. Talbot on my sheet here, I'm using Dom's sheet for what it's worth. I mean, where are my goalie rankings? Talbot is 8th overall. How is he here? Oh my gosh. I mean, there goes Morrissey. Okay, 2 more. Come on. I think he's going to fall to me. I don't understand how this is happening. Nate Schmidt. I swear, if Ovi takes him, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so mad if Talbot goes right now. If falling this far just for me not to get him. I mean, come on. That'd be torture. And then with my last pick, I'd probably take Martinez or whatever. I might just punt blocks at this point, honestly. Eric Chernak goes to Ovi. Yes. So that means that I'm going to get my guy. I'm going to get Talbot, who I wanted. What in the world? This is ridiculous. Where am I in standings right now? I'm 3rd. Okay, we're taking Talbot. I mean, come on, folks. It's a saves league. Who's behind him? Come on. That puts me into 2nd. And that puts me 2nd in saves by by a decent margin here. If you look at disappointments, this team has 4 goaltenders. How did I get Talbot? Oh my God. Wow. And Sorkin goes. I mean, that's insane. I cannot believe that happened, honestly. That's kind of nuts. Literally, I went into this draft and I told myself, you know what? If I can get Cam Talbot as my other goaltender to my 2, like, I'm really happy with where I'm at. And this is like my dream team. Like, legitimately, this is insane. Now, the question here is, what do I do with my last pick? It doesn't really matter. I mean, one of these guys will probably end up getting dropped, like Grizzly or whatever. Ben Chirot is a really good pick there. At this point, I just need a peripheral defenseman, and I need someone who's going to... Chychrun actually is a really good option here. Doesn't really block much, though. But Chychrun is interesting-ish. Who else? He's the next best. Borowiecki goes. Fine. I would actually maybe take... Alec Martinez here, I think. Let's see where I'm doing in the standings. Probably quite well. 2nd, baby. Let's go. Drafting from the back. This team drafted in 1st and finished their draft at pick like 110. And I'm 2nd place. This is what you like to see. Drafting from the back of the draft. Keeping 2 goaltenders. So being behind in skaters to start. Picking a lot later because I traded away a lot of draft picks. And still right now, 2nd place. Now, a lot of people need to make their picks. So I could end up falling behind a little bit. But, I mean, come on. Let's look at who's out there in rank right now. Let's forget about goaltenders. I don't need a goaltender anymore. Tatar. I mean, I need a defender. I could just take a bench and go 3D. That's an option too. Could take like Dustin Brown as well. But I don't need hits, I don't think. Right? Tanev goes. Tanev, Domi. I can't believe Tatar's still there, actually. Then Domi. Oh, baby. This is feeling good. I am happy with this. I mean, this is huge. Literally, like, if I thought about who I wanted going into this draft, and the entire time, I mean, I got everybody I wanted. This is just nuts. There goes Kaprizov. Good pick. Maybe I take Duncan Keith actually just for that power play point upside at this point. And I mean, I'm down there in assists. That's the one thing I don't like here at 322. Not great. I can make that up though here with a good pick. Power play points, middle, shots on goal up. According to my projections though on my sheet, I mean, I am just destroying everybody. I do need to make up assists a little bit. My assists are not great. So who's the next best? I could grab Johansson. I need a defenseman though. There's Tatar. Man, Tatar's a really good option. I probably end up dropping one of the skaters, honestly, eventually. Probably end up dropping a skater. Tatar's left wing, right wing too, which is nice. I mean, who's the next best defenseman? Duncan Keith gets me blocks for sure. But at this point, I'm probably towards the back in blocks, or am I middle of the pack? I'm towards the back. So if I were to add 100 blocks, probably up here, probably right around here ish, towards the bottom. Not very competitive. There goes Duncan Keith, so I guess I'm not taking him. I do like Alec Martinez just for the off nights thing. What about how many off nights does Montreal have? Josh Anderson. I have the last pick in the wait. Why do I have two picks? Oh no, this is the last pick in the draft right here, 156. Josh Anderson. I like Tatar a lot. Like a lot. I think I take Tatar. If he doesn't go, I take Tatar. I don't care. I'll run 3D. I'm going to end up dropping one of these forwards anyways. I'll probably end up dropping Raquel. This is a weird draft too because a lot of my peripherals are just coming from forwards. It just allowed me to do this defense. Man, but do I go? I mean, I could take Burakovsky too for the true upside. Tatar just went. Okay, so I'm not taking Tatar. So I guess I could take Burakovsky just for the upside. I could take Reeves and just destroy hits. I'm second in hits right now. And Reeves would get me off night hits. Ooh. But there's no Pim, so I mean, it's whatever. Could take Dustin Brown. I just have no defensemen that are ranked pretty high. No forwards either that I really like. I mean, Burakovsky's probably my best upside guy at this point. Bovillia. I could take Subban actually, but he doesn't block, does he? PK Subban, kind of interesting if he's on that top power play and it actually clicks a little bit, but that division is just so hard. Oh. Yeah, Edler's gone. Sucks. We're taking Edler. Who's topping blocks right now? Andy Green, David Savard. I like Martinez because the off nights, although the off nights don't matter because I have one more defenseman slot anyways, so it wouldn't be counting as off nights. So then Jack Hughes goes. Jack Hughes, Ryan Reeves, Gusev. Lawson Krause, interesting pick. Not bad. Let's see where I'm at in the standings still. Second. Oh my gosh. It's just so great. 69.5 points, and I have one more player to pick still. Let's go. This is huge. Huge. Pajot. What do I do here? Do I just go? Dustin Brown goes. Did anyone else do 3 defensemen? Let's see. No, I'm the only one. Ugh, do I do defenseman? Or do I just punt it and take another forward? I would kind of like to take Burakovsky just for the upside of that top line. And then worst case, I trade him for a defenseman or something. Maybe I do that. Connor Murphy's a good option too. What about shots? Who's the highest in shots? Jeff Carter's still out there. Pool party. Let me look at Edmonton's lines really quick. Yamamoto. Pool party's on the third line. Chason's on the top power play. The fly. Oh, do I just take a defenseman and do right by the world? Oh, I'm last in blocks now. I'm punting blocks. Screw it. Doesn't matter. I'm fine. Everything else. Let's just take Burakovsky and be done with it. Parise. I'm just gonna go upside here, and I can drop him later if I really need to. There we go. Wait. Boom, and that is the draft. Okay, so how did this whole thing end up shaking out? Let's take a look. So I take Andrei there with my last pick of the draft. So let's start off first. First things first, before we go over the stuff over here, let's jump into real quick the draft leaderboard. Take a look at what happens. Let's delete the PIMS one here because PIMS don't matter. So I essentially punted blocks. I mean, I can compete in blocks. There's guys I can pick up. There's a lot of guys I can pick up there in blocks, but I essentially punted it. Assists, I didn't do that great in. I definitely need to kind of make that up a little bit, but I'm super high in power play points and super high in shots. Second in shots, first in power play points, and third in goals. Second in hits, and then I'm up there in hits. These are hits, sorry. Second in shots, second in hits. So not a bad team, but I'm balanced. I'm really balanced compared to some of these other ones. I mean, this brings me down. My variance comes down because my blocks is just so low. But I mean, I do feel just really, really good about my team. So let's take a look at what my team turned out to be. So let's switch over here to land before PDs. So my two centers are Mika Zibanejad and Connor McDavid. Pretty dang good in my book. I have them ranked here. If we take a look at my player rankings, let's include everyone for a second. Let's actually just take a look. Let's clear all these. Look at my team only and look at where my ranks are. So I got Connor McDavid and Zibanejad. That is 1 and 8 according to my rankings. Okay, so I got Mika Zibanejad and Connor McDavid 1 and 8. Then I got Hoffman and Anthony Mantha in this left wing slot. I mean, I am so stoked that I got Hoffman at 36th. I mean, that's 36 plus 50. I did not expect Hoffman to fall to me there. I mean, if you were watching the draft, I mean, I don't know why you'd actually be at the end, but not at the beginning. So whatever. I did not expect Hoffman to fall to me there. I fully expected to have to do something different. And when Hoffman was there, I was like, that's insane. I mean, Pionk was my first pick. I waited about 20 picks, and then Hoffman was still there, which is just so nuts to me. I don't remember where I had Hoffman. I think Hoffman actually is a little underprojected at 106, but I think he's underprojected here by Dom because I don't know. I just think he's underprojected at that 106. So that's kind of my take there. Now, if we take a look at what he should have been at, so that's, let's say, 5 times, that's 60 picks, 60 plus, what did I get him at? Hoffman, 36. So essentially got him at what would have been in a normal draft, the 96th overall pick. Fantastic value, even if Dom's sheet here ends up being right at 106. I mean, massive, massive value. And then after that, in my right wing slots, and Mantha too. I mean, Mantha, I reached a little bit perhaps, but Mantha here, I have him ranked 82nd overall. And so to have gotten him was just incredible. And then when we go into the right wing slots, we got Rust and Bjorkstrand. Clearly a very high upside team here. This could all collapse on me very quickly. But the thing is, to me, that all these guys, in a way, I can replace them on the waiver wire. I can figure things out if all this collapses. But the upside is just so high for this team that there's a lot of damage that can be done. And then we go to the forward slot. It's Patrick Hornquist. Love that pick. I think he's a pretty secure pick. Will shoot a lot. Has a lot more power play. I think he's underprojected on the power play point side compared to what he should be. He hasn't practiced yet. I think he's unfit to play. So I don't know exactly what's going on. But I can immediately throw him onto the wires and grab someone. So I'll definitely pick up somebody immediately after that because I'll probably grab a defenseman here to make up. Maybe I'll pick up Alec Martinez here in my defenseman slot for Hornquist once I put him on that IR plus slot. And then after that, moving on to my defense, I got Neil Pionk, Jeff. And actually, if we take a look at my ranks here, Hornquist was ranked 90th overall, and I got Hornquist at 87th after all the picks, right? So that ends up actually being more of a 147th overall pick value. So I mean, that's incredible value at that point. Then I got Neil Pionk, Jeff Petrie, and Matt Grzelcyk. A really semi-bad, weird defense core. Grzelcyk to me is someone who's completely droppable. So here was my take. Grzelcyk has a ton of upside. He gets good shots too. Okay, and he's practicing top power play. If he can keep that top power play, awesome. Huge upside there. A lot that can be done. Say Grzelcyk doesn't work out. If Grzelcyk doesn't work out, no harm, no foul. I drop Grzelcyk. I have 2 defenseman slots. I can pick up 2 peripheral defensemen just like I wanted to do. I can pick up Martinez, and I can go out there and pick up whatever other defenseman that I like that's still left. Like if I want to take a look here, let's go to this, remove this, and just look at defenseman here. Who's still out there that I like? I could grab Subban if I wanted to. There's a few options. They're not great. I could grab Zadorov. Gostisbehere's practicing on the top power play. Maybe grab him. There are options there. So to me, this is very much like I will figure out my defense in the first 2 weeks. I'm not scared of this in the first 2 weeks. I think my team is competitive without having that defense fully figured out. Then we move into my util spot. Andrei Palat, huge upside guy, I think, playing top power play, top line in Kucherov's absence. Will that stick all season? I don't know. But again, he's currently my util slot. Not a big, risky play. Then you have Victor Olofsson, very high upside guy. If you can keep that top power play, top line spot with Hall and Eichel, massive opportunity there. Raquel, mostly just for the off nights, but also gives me some pretty good coverage, honestly, for the position that I got him at. Lastly, I got Andrei Burakovsky with my very last pick of the draft. The last pick of the draft, I was able to grab Burakovsky, who's practicing on the top line with McKinnon and who's it? Oh yeah, McKinnon and Rantanen, and then Landeskog's down on the second line. So if he can keep that, huge upside. Again, if not, I drop him, and there you go. There's that defensive slot that I was talking about, right? If I could drop Grzelcyk and Burakovsky immediately there are two guys that I could drop. Brady Tkachuk speaks for himself. He's one of my keepers. Then I kept Connor Hellebuyck and Andrei Vasilevskiy, and I grabbed Cam Talbot with one of my last picks of the draft, and he was ranked for me extremely highly. I mean, if I go to my goalie rankings, I had Cam Talbot right here at 8th overall. That's massive. Daily Faceoff had him 3rd overall with these settings. That's nuts. I mean, who else is going to back him up? Who's going to be his backup? He's a volume guy, at least as far as I'm concerned. And worst case, I drop him and pick up whoever takes over in Minnesota or whatever other goaltender is still out there. I mean, if we take a look at what goaltenders were left, there's a few that I could pick up. I like Georgiev. I think he'll get some starts. Worst case, there's Carter Hutton if I really, really need to do something wild. There's also the 2 goaltenders in, I think, was Cal Peterson taken? Not sure. I don't think so. But there's the goaltenders in LA too. No, Calvin Peterson's right here. So I could take Peterson in LA. There's quite a few options still. So if Talbot doesn't work out, I'm still looking really, really good. And from the standings perspective, I finished first, baby. Drafted from the last spot. Traded picks. Had picks really, really late. I had a pick at 13th and then waited till 32. Yep. Kept 2 goaltenders. And had to make up skaters. And I finished first by about, 7 points. I'm bad at mental math, okay? So don't make fun of me here. But we got 6 points ahead of the next best on Yahoo's rankings. And if we take a look at the draft leaderboard, it kind of backs it up. I'm the most balanced team here on this list. No one can touch me in a lot of these categories across the board. As far as just balance goes, this is what you want in a draft. You want to be mostly balanced. In assists, I'm still competitive. It's not great. I don't love where I'm at in assists here, but I'm balanced. Blocks, I'm essentially punting at this point. But again, like I said, I can kind of fix assists and blocks. Let's say Grzelcyk and Burakovsky don't work out. I can fix assists and blocks pretty easily by going to a defenseman. I can grab Alec Martinez. I can grab Gostisbehere if he gets top power play. We can fix those assists and those blocks. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this draft. We're able to go from the last draft spot all the way to first place in the Yahoo rankings in a keeper league. So I hope you learned something. Be sure to leave some thoughts in the comments. Pay attention tomorrow. I'll be doing a points league tomorrow. The video should be coming out at around 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll have live streams tomorrow and on Sunday, Saturday and Sunday during this draft weekend. And then we'll have some content going up Monday and Tuesday as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time. This is Gamby. This is a weird outro. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow or some other time.